Welcome back to Satisfactory. So, as you can see, I've done a little bit of work down here since the last time you saw it. I've left the weapons manufacturer down here, but everything else has been deleted. We no longer have a factory underneath, other than for power. Which, as of right now, he's just a wee bit higher. We need a little bit more power, so this thing will most likely start running again. Just whenever the needs rise above what is being produced by coal, these will kick off for a little bit. But let's go take a look around the new factory upstairs. Put a nice little... I haven't finished all the walls, just this one side. But we have a nice little door to enter in, if we need to. I got all of the iron production that we've already seen. As well as concrete. Kind of doubled up its production, so now we'll get it a little bit quicker. Got all of the copper productions. I doubled up the wire and the oh, I missed a machine getting turned on. Whoopsie! The wire and the cable production, which I might need to hook that in. There we go. Get that running. There we go. Got all of that turned on. I also have the quartz production, as well as now the Caterium. So now we have quick wire. Pretty. And yeah, it had to be put up to a higher speed, because once I have full steam quick wire, yeah, it's going to darn near fill up this belt, so I needed it a little bit. And then the steel production, which I do need to upgrade the belts for that. And apparently belt this one in. I forgot one. Sometimes I just forget what I'm doing. It's okay. But if we go around and we fall down here, we'll see. It's not as spaghettified as what it could be until you get to the coal production there. But I come over here, I have another ramp. Well, that leads me to my storage facility, where auto doors, I can get in here, grab whatever items I have already being made, and it's a storage unit for everything. Oh, I forgot to set the icons here. I believe that's what was in there. Yep. I'll set this icon here. And this was the pipes then. Did I overlook them already? I'm pretty good at overlooking things. La 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 la. I overlooked it. No. There we go. And yes, you can type it in to figure it out, but there we go. Now I got a little bit of everything, but the way I have it set up is I've got one big storage with a splitter, so just in case I need to lift or drop it down for something else. And that goes for every single one of them, as well as a second big storage for, well, extra storage space. So when this one fills up, this will fill, belts will fill up, fill up the second one, which would look about like what's happened to the rods here. That's a whole lot of storage. And yeah, I just put a ladder here so I can get up to this level, where I am about to start building the second level's production. So that would be the assemblers. So right now I should have everything that can be made in a constructor being made. So that's all 5 of these, or 6. Math is hard. 6 of these, all 3 of these, all 3 of these. The only thing I don't have is like the biomass, which is down on the first level, the proteins and capsules, all of this, not really worried about making just yet. So that right there is now done. Next on the list, we'll be figuring out what all we need to make from this, which all 3 of these will be made down on the ground level, which means I need at least 2 of, and then I need I'll do the bolted iron plate, iron frame, and encase, so that's 3 more there. 4, 5, 6. At least 6 will be needed. And I already have everything I need for that. Yeah, just in case I had stuff that I needed to get rid of, like any of the excess ores here. Kind of like these things here. I'm not going to use up the steel ingots. Stuff like that. Stuff I don't actually need. I put in there so that way it can be crushed down and I can get me more coupons. But the goal is I'm going to redo this up here as well for the actual storage of the tier 2 items. And then, yeah, that's gonna make for a little bit of extra fun, but I've got to get this whole platform built, fill in this area, finish building the walls, because that, I think, will do good, which, with the small amount of items that I actually need to build, I think we got plenty of plenty of stuff coming in. And that, my friends, is just off of normal modes. Think of what would happen if we were on all pure, running tier 2 miners. Oh yeah, you could go crazy with this. But while I finish off at least the platform, getting it colored and getting the last walls done, I'm gonna build a, like right here where there's this big open area, I'm gonna build up the ramp so that way I don't have to worry about any of the goofy stuff. But I'm gonna get everything taken care of, and I'll see you in a bit. That didn't take too long, now did it? We now have a fully enclosed level 1 to our factory. That's a lot of stuff there. But I think what I'm going to do, maybe out this side, is I'm going to build, let's only build it a couple at a time so that I don't clip too far into the wall or into the floor, whatever you want to call it. There we go, perfect. Now we have the ability to get up on this as needed. And now plop my door in. That'll give us a way in and out of the factory that doesn't put us right at the iron production. But if something happens, we have at least that entryway. But we'll also have this here, where I can build the second level off of. Let's go foundations 4. Because I like going up quick. Doop, doop, doop. Delete. Delete. And one more for good measure. And now, pop! Now we have the way up top. Haha! Quick, simple, and easy. And then grab the customizer. And make it pretty! We want pretty. Pretty blue. Alright, I'll see you after I'm done painting. I don't think y'all need to be bored with me just running back and forth this whole platform. Well, that didn't take too terribly long. Just a few minutes. And this guy's done running all of these. So now I can print what coupons I currently have. And delete him. Because I don't need him. And delete that wire. So now I have a big blank blue platform to work with. So what all would I need to make, well, at least 12 of these? Ooh, a bunch of stuff I don't currently have in my inventory. Guess what? That's why we make this down here. Whee! Because now I can come in here and say, I need 240, so I'll take 400. I need at least the same of this. And look at that. We got it. We got it quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, if I want to be able to build up to level 2 of the storage unit, I will need to, well, build a new batch of levels or ramps, or I can just use, no, because I'm going to put out another platform that I can stand on as well. So, well, let's go plop, zoop. I love the zoop feature. It's so nice. Zoop. Whee! Look at that. So easy to drop out. And now I've got my tier 1 platform, which if I really wanted to, I could go in here, grab a big 4-meter something. Well, that's not very big, is it? Either way, I could label them. Oh, probably right here. Now let's hope I spell this correctly. Tier 1. I hope I spelled tier correct, the right type of tier. Well, if I didn't, somebody can correct me in the comments. And that can be my shameless plug of the day is, if I don't spell something correctly, please leave it in the comments, let me know. Well, thank you, Heidi, for burping in our ears today. You're a good girl, I love you. You need to behave yourself. I love my dogs. No, Heidi, no more. I need to focus. I don't think everybody wants to hear me talk to you the whole time. They might. Everybody loves dogs. And then zoop this down. So that way now I have access to the second level of, which, yeah, that's why we keep all of this ugliness. Yes, and yes, I see the Mercer Sphere there, but I also see the Spitter, so I don't want to go up and deal with him just yet. But right now, we now have area for Tier 1 and Tier 2 supplies. And everything's going to be placed beyond this. Let's get over here, center it up. Let's place one of the walls first, that way I know how it needs to look. Because I don't want it clipping all the way through the door. Hey now, why aren't you opening? There it goes. Whew. Sometimes you just have to yell at it. Alright, that should be somewhat centered, I hope. That way, whenever I look through the door... Beautiful! Now we have the beginnings of Tier 2. I will need the splitter to come out of here. And then the other container. Oh, there we go. And I always use Tier 3 belts, or as high a belts as I can. Now that's the first item of Tier 2 storage. So, whatever item I decide to make as the first item, which I will just start building back here. What do I want? Well, might as well start with the first item that I have. And the one that I need the most of. So we got that. I will build all of them about a block apart. That way I don't have to think about it as much, and I can run in between them when needed. So that, and then I want this. Let's get the next one in line. So I have these first three here. I'll need these three here down here. Yeah. Oh. Always set them as you make them, so you don't forget what you're doing. Yes. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that, my friends, takes care of these 6 items that will need to be made. Yes, I got a lot of excess room behind me. That will most likely go into being the actual weapons factory. So, like, back here, probably facing the other way, I can start working on gunpowder, the shatter, the stun, all 6 of these guys. Because these are things that I don't have to worry about too much. I just have to actually get them in and taken care of. But for the time being, we got to get all of these guys in, hooked up. So, I want to build a wall here, 4 tall, because all of this is getting enclosed as well. And 2, 3. Then I will place a actual power pole here to make it a little closer to the wall. So I will need a second wall outlet. That right there. I just fell. Owie. I love my real genuine concern about me just falling off of a high place. Aw. Oh, land's alive. I'm just a bit crazy, I swears. The whole reason I was getting close to the edge was because I needed to place the double wall outlet here. That way, this guy plugs into that. We'll activate all of them. This time I want to jump off the edge. Yeah, I take some hurdy juice, but I don't care. Because now, I now have all of them powered. And now it's time to go figure out what all items I need to belt up and where exactly they need to go. That's why we put them as splitters where we did, because it makes it easier. And, oh, wrong one. Logistics, thank you. Conveyor lift holes in the floor. This way we don't have to do any weird clipping and all that. We just lift it. And I can just walk. And this is why we use the actual foundation pieces, because everything now stays in a grid. It's harder to grid them out when they're on the ground because they can just be free placed. Just in case you didn't know. Alright, now what do we need in here? 10 and 10, we're good. So that's all Mark 1 notes. I should have probably looked at that before I placed the 40 and so. And definitely make sure the arrow is facing the direction you want it to go, because if you don't, you end up doing something like I've done probably about 10 times yesterday, where I placed one of these lifts and I've got it facing the wrong way. And then I'm sitting there going, why won't you connect? Oh. And then the screws need to be a Mark II. While the other one needs to just be Mark I. Yes. So, that... I'll figure it out down at the bottom. You both need to just be Mark 1. And this is why we also have all the splitters down at the bottom. So that way I can just split them, lift them, do whatever I need to get them up here. Without having to do too much thinking. Because thinking is hard. It hurts my brain hole. Ooh, the screws need to be 250, so that's higher than Mark II. This will be the first Mark III lift I've placed in. And what was the other one? I didn't. 90, so it's a Mark III and a Mark II. Wow. Alright, Mark II in. Mark III belts in. Holy cow. But that right there has all of these ready to receive their inputs. Which, yes, I will have to still build all of the containers for it. But that is fine. And yeah, it made it just a tad darker in here. Which, if I put out the Awesome Shop, I should be able to get the, ooh, that's gonna be fun. I should, in theory, be able to get lights. I might have enough coupons for that. Hopefully. Now let's hope these do what I believe they're supposed to. Hey now, let me stay still. You gotta walk on the very edges. Well, I believe this first one was Mark II, and oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I don't have enough. Darn. But that's fine. I only needed like a couple of these, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I know this first one needed Mark II and 3, but I just gotta remember which one I need. But that takes care of those coming in. And I gotta run back up and figure out which one was the other Mark II. If I can start running, that would be fantastic. Keep running, go over here, figure out which one was the other Mark II, so that way I can, well, I can't do anything with it. Why am I even thinking about it? I don't know. It'll be okay. I can start making these guys, because I believe this was my, yeah, my reinforced plates. Make me a few. Yeah. And it's only pumping out at 15, so... Oh yeah, I threw all of my plates in there. Well, alrighty then. It'll give me a few plates. A whole 3. Okay, cool. 3's better than 0. And then he's roughly centered, so I can just plop you straight in. So when I get the plates and screws up here, he will automatically start making them, dropping them all in here, and that's where, let's go back to organization. I placed this guy, hoping that I get him facing the correct direction. Ah, it's angled. Oh. Ah, darn those signs. There, rotate. Perfect. Okay. Now I can set this parts to the plates. Beauty-miss. Now, even when everything's enclosed, I will know exactly what's here. Awesome. Well, I'm going to take a few minutes to get everything run as best I can. And figure out which one. Okay, so that's the other Mark II. So I need 2, 4, 5 on the 6th. Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so on the 6th one from the side, I placed this guy. Okay. Place the other Mark II. Okay, yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit after I get the supplies run to it. Well, I've got mostly everything belted in. There's only about one thing that I'm waiting on, and that's some more screws on this side, but I need a few more reinforced plates so I can make Mark II belts. But I believe everything else is already belted in at the right speed. I believe. I could be wrong. But hey, I've been known to be a little crazy from time to time. But now it's time to get the actual storage facility built up, which, just like with everything else, press E to get the bigger boy. And as close to centered as possible. Plop. Plop. This time I'm not going to do the big spacing. It doesn't seem like I really need it. That's 4, 5, and 6. That gets me that. But yeah, if I can get the storage facility built up for this side, I'll be good. I believe that him and on. Because right now, the only thing I'm waiting on is rotors and stators to make the actual motors themselves. Which, that's these buddies here. And these buddies here. Which, yeah, I gotta wait on the screws for them, but fine. But yeah. Building all of these in line, it's better for my sanity, but that's about it. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't do anything fancy. But yeah, we will have almost everything being built today. And I think we'll have a little bit of time to go out and explore. I think I've spent almost half the time telling you guys to wait. But there be that. Oh, and I think I might have... I do. I have enough to finish off that down there. And I don't think any of these produce fast enough to warrant Mark III anything, or Mark II anything. Eventually, I want to have, you know, a massive factory doing a buttload of everything. Just so that way, when we get to the bigger, more important pieces of the factory itself, or of the space elevator parts, that will help me out a little bit. As of right now, it doesn't make much of a difference. Yeah, there we go. I think that's everything being made now. Whee! Cheer with me, people. And to make these things all nice and pretty, I will do straight belting as tightly as possible here. Straight in. Beautiful. And then get this guy tight. Oh, I made him boo-boo on how far to go. Sorry. Nope. Mark 1. That puts it directly in line. I want it just slightly off. Yeah, and this is basically what I did all day yesterday. Is fighting my primal urge to try and figure out what in the world I'm doing. And trying to get everything belted in somewhat pretty without going too far overboard. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I need more plates. I thought I was going to have to be sad. There it is. There's my ramp down this way. Down to this level, and this is why we did this part. Oh, that screws. So that way, when I run out of stuff, I can just go a clickety clickety. And now I got everything. Oh, this helps so much. Yes. Oh, beauty-muss. And then eventually this guy will be actually being made. But I gotta get both of these kids belted all the way over here. But that will be the last thing I need, so that's good. You come. Oh! I thought I'd done good math in my brain hole. Oh, darn! So close! Oh, man! I almost had it. There. And there. Yeah, it's gonna clip through there a little bit, but we're not gonna see that too well. So it's okay. It's not gonna hurt us too much. Now, rotors and stators. There we go. And that will be these two here. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And then here. Somewhat in line here. somewhat in line there, so these guys can come out to here. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, this is how my brain hole works, on what goes where. But I don't think this one's going to reach. Just barely. So, I'm going to go right, wrong one, right, and I'm going to zoop this. I don't want to be building these things by hand every time. Oh, I need more concrete. But this will be fine. I'm not worried about it. It's going to have a little bit of a dip, and it'll be okay. But now we have all of the level 1 and everything of the mark, or I should say tier 2 items that are actually important, I should say. All of the important tier 1 and tier 2 items being made continually. And so far, I'm very surprised. I have not blown a fuse. Very shocking. But for everybody who doesn't know yet, I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning. The whole reason we are even on this planet doing all of this work is because Earth is doomed. We've run out of resources. We need supplies to survive. So as the Fix-It employee, we have been tasked to come down to an alien world, survive the mean fauna. Yeah, fauna. That's the word I'm looking for. Good. And send supplies back to Earth to help with survival. That's what the space elevator parts are for. So our job is to fix and preserve Earth. Yeah. Alright. Well, while we allow some supplies to build up and do all of its goodies, I'm going to go drop off what I currently have in my inventory, grab a few items. Well, first I'm going to move the hub and all that upstairs and get the other goodies built back up. Oh, I had too much. Yeah, there's the crates. Oh, I stink. That's alright. We go up here, we build everything, and we'll be good. Isn't it pretty? Kind of weird looking, but pretty on nonetheless. Alright, so we need the hub. Right here. I want my ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Shh, don't make fun of me. I'm crazy, I know it. I'm crazy and I know it. Oh. Oh, Lord have mercy on my crazy soul. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used the door to this thing. Well, that's alright. There's that. And then we can get our awesome sink and awesome shop put on the list. Because we still need more concrete. Screws and a few more reinforced plate. Oh, one more reinforced plate, I should say. While we're up here, let's get stuff put up. I know we don't have any motors. Or at least I'm fairly certain I don't. That's stators. Rotors, here we go. Plenty of those to put up. Oh, God. Rods. And the modular frames. I believe modular frames was second. Yes. Click. Yeah. Eventually we'll have more than plenty of everything. Yeah. Grab that. That takes care of that. But for the time being... Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah. Okay. Am I running the wrong way? I'm losing my mind! Screws, there they are. Whew. I've completely lost it. Not just partially, it's gone. There. But yeah, I think tomorrow we're going to go out exploring for more stuff. See if we can find any more crashes. We will get the remainder of the space elevator parts built up. Well, maybe not built up, but we'll get them set for being made. The awesome shop next to this. They don't have to be close. And I want to build you, y'all, with you don't really need a large storage container for this. Just something enough to get it through. There we go. So anything like these rods, since I have more built up than I'll ever be able to use. This, don't really care about those. These guys can go away for now. Oh yeah, I gotta hook it up to power. There we go. But yeah, tomorrow we'll go exploring. We'll find new stuff. Try to unlock more of this map. And then work on, since we will now have the supplies being built, we will then work on the last two items here, which does not provide us anything that actually needs to be built, which is good. And then it'll just be waiting to unlock phase 3, or completing phase 2 to unlock phase 3, whatever you want to say. Whatever. This here's what gets unlocked from tier 2, phase 2. I'm losing my brain hole. Help me. Ooh, we have 10 tickets. We'll see what we can buy with those real quick. I don't need any of that in my inventory. None of that. But all that can get put up in its own containers. Hot diggity dog. Get over here. Still sinking more stuff. I'll just add these. Nyaha. And that will give us more. Brouhaha. Now, the awesome shop. I like the awesome shop because, well, it gives us new, pretty... Ooh, that's very bright. Nope, I'll keep dark mode on. I prefer dark mode. I wanted... well, that's the management. Unlocked all that. Where's the lights? Here we go. I've got 10, so I can do this. And that gives me the full 10. I'll have a light control panel, some lights to put out. I can make everything pretty.
If you sense your productivity slipping when it gets dark, don't worry, this is perfectly natural. Fortunately, fix-it lights allow you to never experience wasteful darkness ever again.
That's right. Alright, but that's where I'm going to leave it here. In my downtime between this episode and the next, I will upgrade the power, because I know we're going to be running short on it very shortly, very soon, however you want to say it. If you've liked what you've seen so far, please like the video. If you want to see something else, or you have any tips and tricks that I haven't exploited just yet, please let me know in the comments, and please subscribe to my video. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!